So last month I stopped going to my local thrift stores because honestly they just didn't have anything. I think I'd picked over everything and I needed to give them time to just restock. And so last week I decided, you know what, it's been a while. It's time for me to go back. And oh my goodness. So what happened was I went to, well, let me tell you how much I spent. I got 11 books, I believe was the count. And I spent a whopping $2.50. So let me tell you what happened. So I went to the first place and I was picking through the books. I like to go for biblical resources. That's the main thing that I buy now. I used to go for Bibles for different translations. And so I now have almost every translation of the Bible. And so I don't get Bibles anymore. And so I was looking for Bible resources and I found some things. And I was like, okay, well, this will be $8 or $9. And so I go up to the counter to pay. And she puts everything into a bag. And she's like, that's $1. And I'm like, but none of them were Bibles because they give Bibles away for free. It was like, none of them were Bibles. And she said, now we're doing, you fill up a bag and it's $1. And she was like, do you want to go back for more? And I was like, well, really? I got everything I wanted. But I was in the back of my mind, I was like, did I see anything else that I wanted? But I really didn't. And so I left that place. And then I went to the next place. Well, even though I hadn't been there in a while, it looked pretty picked over. There was a lot of empty shelf space, not a lot of books, not a lot of choices. I did manage to find one book, and I'll show you what that was. And so I go to pay for it, and she was like, that's 50 cents. And so I give her my money, and I'm telling her about, I just came from, this other local thrift store, and I was telling her about, they put it all in a bag and said $1, and she's like, oh, that's a really good idea because we've got so many books. And I looked at her kind of weird, and I looked back at the shelves that were kind of, not that full and didn't really have a lot of stuff that I usually look for. And she was like, oh no, we have a whole lot in the back, but the girl that helps us, she just hadn't had time to get to it. And I looked at her, and I was thinking, boo, lots of books in the back. And I was like, I'm thinking, I was about to say, do you need a volunteer? But I said, but I'm also thinking, Jennifer, you don't even need to be here shopping to begin with. And so she was like, come on, let me show you. So she takes me back to the back in this room. And there are shelves and shelves of books stacked on top of books, stacked in front of books. Boxes. You can't even get to the shelf because there are boxes of books stacked on top of boxes of books. And I'm just, and way over, out of my reach, kinda. I see something that says Bible commentary. And I'm looking at the other stuff. And I'm seeing a great big Bible. And I was like, okay. I was like, if I can try to reach over there and get that Bible commentary and buy it today, I'll come back tomorrow and help. And I'll come for a couple of hours. I ended up spending 5 hours. I was like, I'll come back tomorrow and help you get some of this on the shelf. And so, yes, I volunteered one day it was a Habitat Restore, so that I could help them get books on the shelves. And so I could go ahead and grab that Bible commentary. And so I got the Bible commentary, and it was $1 because all their books are $1. I think for the most part, paperbacks are 50 cents. And then I came back the next day, and like I said, I was there from 11. No, I was there, from about 11 to 4, I think. And I left because there were no more spaces to put books. There was a big part of me. One of the girl that was there, she was like, because I was telling her it's just like it's everything is kind of not in good categories, and she was like, "Oh, you do you just do it the way you want to," and I was like, "No, if I do me, I'm gonna be taking everything off of these shelves and organizing them, and but I'm not. I don't have time for that. I'm just trying to get things on the shelf today." But there's a part of me that really wants to go back now that I know that they'll just let me come in and organize for them without anything other than I signed in. Um, but I had a lot of fun. I worked hard. I was sore or achy because I spent a lot of my time bent over looking in box and picking up books or putting books on bottom shelves and stuff like that. It was madness. I would love to go in there and just reorganize everything for them. And I might because I think I'm in good standing with them because I came in and took care of a lot. I mean, I had boxes and boxes stacked on top of boxes that I'd emptied. But anyway, so all that to say, whenever I finished getting the boxes, I saw that big Bible that is like a family Bible, and I've wanted a family Bible, and I don't have a family Bible. The closest thing to a family Bible I have is my grandmother's Bible. It was just a regular Bible, but it was her Bible, and it has her handwriting in it, and it has, ooh, you know what? I kind of want to go back and look through now with new eyes to see what she wrote. But I remember whenever I read what she wrote in one place, I was like, that sounds like something that my grandma would have written or would have thought or thought was important to remember. But anyway, I saw a family Bible. And I'll go ahead and show it to you first. And so when I was done, I was like, can I buy this or whatever? But I couldn't buy it because they give them away for free. So this was free. And it's actually from a funeral home, but it is not a local funeral home. So I don't know where it came from. And it was not written in, where it has all of these spaces to fill out everybody, important family events, and kids and grandkids and great grandkids and parents and grandparents and your whole family history. And it's over here. And so yeah, I love it. And then it's got, it's the kind with pictures, and that's in my eyes when I was a kid. That's what made a family Bible is because it had all of those colored pictures in it. So that was kind of my reward for for spending the day volunteering at that place. But now let me show you all the other books that I got. And again, so everything together, and so this may make 12 books for $2.50 because this one was free. So for $2.50, I'll show you what I got. First one. This is the Nelson's Quick Reference Bible Handbook. And so I've got a big Bible handbook, but this is my first pocket Bible handbook. And it just, it's so cool to be able to just flip to something. Like, let me tell you some of the things. I'm not going to do this with all the books, y'all. So there is a section on books of the law, books of history. It tells you all about that stuff. The Apocrypha. The epistles. It just, it breaks it down, and it just, anyway. So there's that. The next one was a 3-pack that I thought was going to be $3, but no, it was basically practically free. And this is a Bible reference library. It has a Bible almanac, a fascinating Bible facts, and who's who in the Bible. So it's probably a little bit like a Bible dictionary, the way you can look up people in a Bible dictionary. But that's this one, and so I'm really excited about that. Oh, This one is not necessarily a reference, but it kind of is. This is A Man of Grace and Grit, Paul, and this is by Charles Swindoll. I don't know if y'all know who Charles Swindoll is. He was, I just remember him from when I was in college. I heard that name a lot. I listened to Christian radio and stuff like that. So anyway, so this is Paul, and I'm really looking forward to this. Okay, and so this was the one and only book that I found at the Habitat Restore that I bought the day that there was nothing on the shelves, and she was like, yeah, we got so many books. And I was like, I found this, and I kind of felt odd at first buying it because, well, it's The Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren. I have, I have questionable opinion about Rick Warren right now, because it seems like he kind of changed. I don't get me lying, because I don't remember exactly what happened and what my feelings are based on, but it's like you just have to have a discerning eye whenever or a discerning heart whenever you read stuff. But this was written a long time ago, and so hopefully it's not going to bring anything into question that, So anyway, but and it's a highly regarded book. And even recently, I have heard people really thinking well of this book. And so I got this book. And when I was going through and going through all the books in the back of that store, there was a stack of that book. Except it was a different version. It was a hardback. But there was a stack. So, yeah. Next. All these books are on the floor beside me, y'all, because y'all know me. There's nowhere on my desk to set a stack of books. Plus, if I set them on my desk, you'd be able to see them. And what's the fun in that? So anyway, the next one is another 3-pack here. Not because they're all the same kind of thing, but they are, I wish the whole set was there. Apparently, surely there were more, but these are the only 3 that were there. This is it's in interpretation, a Bible commentary for teaching and preaching. And this one is on Ephesians, Colossians, and Philemon. I don't know how to pronounce it. There it is. But Ephesians is a really important book, and so I'm excited about that one. And then we've got the book of John, which is also a very important book. And Acts, of course. Yeah. And so I wish there was a Luke in here. Well, really all of the Gospels would be awesome. But anyway, so these, I was like, ooh, commentaries. And each book is all about one book of the Bible. So there's that. Only 2 more left, y'all. And I'm sorry, if you hear the creaking of my chair, it's just begging for mercy. I don't have my regular desk chair in here because it is in the living room at my dad's desk, the big desk that I got when my dad passed. And so yeah, this is the chair I have in here, and it's not happy. Okay. This is the other dollar, the missing dollar. It's very big. It is the Wycliffe Bible Commentary. I got it. This is the one that I saw the day that I bought the other book. And I was like, if you'll let me back there to see if I can reach that, I'll come back tomorrow. And she's like, go for it. And so, y'all, I really couldn't reach it. I felt foolish because if I was at my house, I would, but I know how to, what do you call it? Wedge my foot in between 2 containers or 2 boxes to lean a little further, and I leaned just far enough to be able to put my finger on and just kind of pull until I get it to where I can get a little grip on it, to grab the cover and kind of tug on it a little bit. I got it though. Nothing's gonna keep me from getting it, y'all. Whenever I want something, I'm gonna get it. Even if I have to, and y'all, the way I had to bend over, my booty hind was facing the door going into the shop. So anybody walking by sees my big butt bent over like that. But it was a Bible commentary. It was big Bible commentary. So anyway, just more information, because each commentary is different and they may have a different take on things, or they may have additional information. One of them may have more information than the other one, or just different information. And so the more resources you have, a more complete picture you may be able to get about what was going on. I'm thoroughly enjoying just the Bible study, and I hope to do some here. Right now, so here's why. Oh, one more. Let me do this one, and then we'll chat for a little bit if you want to hang around for a chat. Hang on. The last book that I got, the Big Book of Hymns, and it's like a hymn book. I also have another one that is really old that I got a long time ago, and this I hope will spur me into having better worship, because I'll have songs. I know, I love singing worship songs or hymns. I love singing hymns and some worship songs, but hymns are really, that they're going to be more biblical than modern. The modern songs, you have to really be careful because they're just not always consistent with scripture, let's say. But anyway, I know I can sing a psalm as well. But I got those old hymns, and I was flipping through last night talking to my son about the book, and because he wants scripture based songs, but he also is he has certain tastes anyway. And so I was talking about the different songs, and I was like, oh, I can hear Mama singing this, because my grandma was a very godly, very, very godly woman, and went to church up until everybody loved her. She was the gum lady at my church. And she was a pillar in the community. She was the pillar in our family. I don't really remember her hardly ever saying a harsh word. She was just, I don't know, just loved her to pieces. Anyway, but the songs sound like I can hear my grandma, and with her finger, because she always did this if she didn't sing. She was still had that finger going with that red fingernail polish. She loved bright colors. She wore purple and red. Those were her colors. So anyway, okay, so enough about going down memory lane with my grandma. She was Mama, and one of the reasons I also liked Meemaw was because it was close to Mama, but it is also mommy backwards, mommy, Meemaw. And also the main reason, honestly, was because Sheldon Cooper on Big Bang Theory, which was my favorite movie or TV show at the time, had a Meemaw. And we would never put Meemaw in a home. I love Meemaw. Anyway, okay, so those are the books. So let's go a little bit. Let's talk about health right now. Everything's kind of crazy right now. We've been through a lot. I think I may or may not have mentioned with the weather changes. We had issues that we had to stay at a hotel for like 5 nights, waiting until somebody could come and fix it for us. And there's just been a lot going on. And so in all of that, I was not eating well, and so I was not feeling well, and I was not doing well. And so now, oh no, battery is low. I'm gonna try y'all before my battery dies. So before I could really get to, hang on. Okay. Anyway, so I wasn't taking good care of myself. And so things were just kind of getting chaotic. So now, over the last week and a half, or so, I have gotten my self back under control. I have gotten y'all, I am sorry, but I have this warning that is not going anywhere telling me my battery's low. So I'm sorry. I'm going to try to stay focused now. So I've been taking better care of myself over this last week and a half. I am down about 7 pounds now. Hopefully I'm going to continue to work my way down. So I'm feeling better. My brain is starting to function a little better. I'm starting to have a little more energy and focus, and I'm getting more excited about getting back to being on the right track with my diet. And so things are going better. And so hopefully I'll be able to get some things done so that I can do Bible studies. My main thing I need to do to start doing Bible studies, I need to get my kitchen table cleaned off, y'all. And it just like it once I get it halfway cleaned off, stuff happens, and I decide I'm going to can something or cook something in the crock pot, and then things kind of hang out on the table until I can just get them moved back to where they need to go. And so anyway, I know I'm making excuses, but excuses no more. I need to get healthier, and I'll be sharing with you as well how I'm getting healthier. Things I've been kind of going down the rabbit hole today with some things and working on some recipes that are healthy, and I will share all of that with you soon. But today, I'm just checking in, telling you, hey, I'm alive. I'm okay. I bought some really cool stuff, and I'll share with you later more of the things that I bought for super cheap. So anyway, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.